this rant off as long as I've possibly been able to. But after SummerSlam last night, I just can't do this anymore with Brock Lesnar. I've reached my breaking point. This is an open letter to Brock. Not necessarily Paul Heyman, but mostly Brock. Because something's gotta change. This bullshit has gotta stop. And it's gotta stop now. So, for those of you who are questioning why I dislike Brock Lesnar, let me ask you this. What makes you like Brock Lesnar? What makes him special or different compared to any other wrestler on the roster? Because so far, I have not found anything. And I think Brock's biggest issue is that he's just not good for WWE, the wrestling business in general. I think that's his major issue. And to bring this point home, I'm going to play a couple of clips. The first one being from the Stone Cold podcast with Dean Ambrose, and then the second podcast with Jericho and Roman, and then we'll come back to it.
Artistically, Brock didn't want to do anything, to be perfectly honest. And because, Brock's going to Brock. He's all about Brock. I had a vision for that match to be the craziest thing imaginable, you know what I mean? And I was trying to pitch everything to everybody and had every idea, and I put so much effort in, so much work in, and other people did too, and I was met with laziness.
That was crazy. That was a crazy time.
Yeah.
And,
Brock is not.
You
the
got your own
guy
stories with Brock.
Not the easiest guy to work with at times. You don't have to say it. I will.
I have no. It wasn't easy by any means. But it was just weird. It really was. It was last minute. You know what I mean? It was one of those deals where there wasn't a lot of talking. Didn't seem open to ideas because essentially in their minds, and when I say their minds, I say Brock and Paul. But those two, yeah, they're something else. But
Cards close to the vest.
They wanted to kill me. They were convinced, however many people were there, 80, whatever, wanted to see me get crushed.
Both of those things just make my fucking point even more clear. Now, I'm not in any way a huge Roman Reigns fan, but why is it okay for Brock to experiment with drugs and then use drugs to cover up those drugs, and when he comes back, he just gets a free pass? It's like nothing happened. The second Roman uses Adderall of all things, he gets booed out of the fucking building. It's ridiculous. Why does Brock get a pass, but a guy like Roman doesn't? It makes complete and utter no sense at all. And everyone this is what I always hear from everyone. Oh, Roman's terrible on the mic. Roman can't talk. Roman only does 2 moves. Funny thing, you cheer Brock and he does the exact same fucking thing. He doesn't even talk. Like, his promos, he's either calling someone a coward, and that's all he says, or Paul Heyman's doing his shit for him and talking on the mic for him. I don't ever hear of Brock Lesnar promos anymore. Because he doesn't give a shit. And that's the fucking problem. And that's what I'm fucking sick of. He does what he wants when he wants. He shows up when he feels he wants to show up. How is it okay that he went from WrestleMania to Great Balls of Fire 98 days without defending his title? When Daniel Bryan, or anyone for that matter, gets injured, they get stripped of the title like that. But because Brock doesn't feel like showing up, he gets to sit on his ass at home for 98 days? Tell me how that is fair, Brock. Tell me how it is okay for you to sit there and just do whatever the fuck you want while everyone else puts in the fucking work. Paul Heyman is everything to Brock. Brock has stated previous times that he does not want to be in WWE without Brock. And I know why. Because you, Brock, are not shit without Heyman. You would have fucking nothing. You would be useless. Now, don't get me wrong, you do draw money and ratings. I will give you that. But no one gets put over. No one gets the fucking edge. Like, the only person who benefits is you. You have a guy like Dean Ambrose, who has worked his ass off to get where he is since 2004. I've been a fan of his since 2006. This guy is one of the hardest working guys in the business. Even today, he's one of the top guys who busts his ass every week for the fans. And when a guy like Brock Lesnar comes along and nearly kills his heat, because he was on fucking fire before Brock. He gets fed to Brock. Who does he face the next night on Raw? Bo Dallas. Now, at the time, Bo Dallas was a jobber. It nearly killed him to face Brock. It nearly killed his career. Thankfully, they gave him Mr. Money in the Bank and the title run last year, because I don't know what they would have done with him otherwise. Think about how you felt about Dean Ambrose around this time. I don't think it was very good, because it was starting to piss me off too. Brock's attitude, your attitude, Brock, sucks. All you care about is yourself. All you care about is money. I don't even know why you're still in WWE. If you hate it that fucking much, where the only person you're concerned about putting over is yourself, why are you still here? Because there's no entertainment value in it for anyone else whatsoever. There's just not. No one gets over with you. Cena, buried, and that's hard to do. Rollins, you threw him around a few times, and whatever. You killed Undertaker's streak, which I don't think it should have been you in the first place. Don't know if what that whole storyline is and what's true and what's not true, but it still shouldn't have been you. You have a feud with CM Punk. Okay? And he said this on Colt Cabana's podcast. Well, Brock wasn't there the following night after their match, but he had won. How does that benefit anyone but Brock? Could you explain that to me? Because I've never understood it. You have shit matches and shit feuds. It goes nowhere and elevates no one but you, and then you leave and do whatever the hell you want. For example, 98 days. It's just, this bullshit has got to stop. Stop putting the title on him. Have it, if he wants to be part-time, let him be part-time. But you can't keep putting the title on him if he doesn't defend it every month. And then it just sits there and it makes, aka the Universal title, more useless than the fans already think it is. I don't personally think that. However, there are a lot of fans who do. So it's just proving their point even more. I was so pissed last night. The fact that you won, Brock. Because now we have to sit here for another few months, either not seeing you defend your title until God knows when, or to listen to Paul say, oh, the reigning defending. You don't defend it. You are not a defending champion. Give it to someone, or put someone over who fucking would make that title, maybe even make that title over. But you sitting there having it, and not defending it, and all these wrestlers saying that your work ethic sucks, and all this other shit. Maybe it's time for you to move on. Stick to MMA and the drugs and what you're good at. Because WWE is not it. I think you need a serious fucking reality check. Get out of WWE and leave it to the real professionals.